Hello.
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 Let's go!
Hey, kids.
Hey, Dad.
War crimes will be prosecuted.
Does the word duh mean anything to you?
Yeah, I chose this profession, so therefore I earn beer.
You want to go to the matinee?
The feeling is definitely there.
You don't know my name!
It's a new morning in America.
This is the old dude, Howard J. Reynolds.
Step into my office.
Not going to be too many punks.
Don't you stop worrying about the punk?
Hi, and welcome to the High Fives podcast. I'm your host, Mike, and today's episode is going to be a little bit different than our regular run-of-the-mill episodes. August turned out to be a hectic month for both Justin and myself, and we weren't able to lock down a proper amount of time to put out an episode for you. That being said, I didn't think it was fair to just wait until the end of September for a new episode to come out. It took some time, but I came up with this bonus episode idea where I would highlight some of the music I had been listening to over the past little while. But then, as always, my nerd brain took over, and I thought, hey, we always talk about the High Fives WhatsApp group. Why not bring them into this? So I sent out a request asking for some song suggestions for the episode, and here we are, the High Fives WhatsApp group mixtape episode. I don't have really much else to say, so I won't bore you with more intro jibber jabber, and I'm going to get right into it with our first track, which is True Blue Through and Everything About You. It comes at the suggestion of Vince and is off One If by Land's 2016 album, Nobody Wants to Leave. Vince wrote, "This isn't a new album, but it's been hitting me right lately. Being originally from Pennsylvania, I love to see new bands still coming from PA. This album has that sense of urgency, energy, and rawness that brings me back to the early punk records. I would really like to see these guys at an old VFW show in PA. I don't know much about this band. I'm looking forward to listening to it, and I hope you guys are too. I'm going to follow it up with a pick from a band called Hell Beach and their latest release, Beach World. Hell Beach are from New Hampshire, and this has been one of those surprise albums that you stumble across and end up loving. It's great pop punk with power pop tendencies, and it's filled with the kind of catchy tunes that make you want to sing along. Other than that, I know they're playing Fest this year, so if you're down in Florida for Fest coming up, go check them out. And the song I went with is Meltdown. So here's those two tracks. Keep sticking around. It's going to be kind of quick like this, just a little bit of talking and a couple of songs, and we'll get right through this.
I don't
Hope you enjoyed those two tracks. Our next pick comes from Ryan. Ryan is new to the WhatsApp group, and everyone seemed excited when he joined because he was from the Spokane area. I guess because if you're from Calgary, you grew up with Spokane as home to our American TV channels. Also, the Spokane Chiefs play hockey, and one of our WhatsApp members' friends played for them, so there was that. Anyway, enough about that. Ryan sent me a track called Down at the Bottom by a band called Guardrail off their album Content, and he wrote this about it. This album has been on constant replay since coming out last year, and Down at the Bottom is my favorite. Whenever I'm going through a tough time or get down on myself, this song helps put my head back on straight. Banger in capitals. All caps. That's usually the sign of a good song. The all caps banger. Jokes aside, what I really meant was when a song helps you through something. I know those are some of my favorite songs, so I'm looking forward to checking this out, Ryan. Thanks for joining the group and for this pick. My second pick comes from Combat's sophomore album called Stay Golden, and it's the title track. Honestly, I'd never heard of Combat until I came across this album in a bunch of reviews, but man, this album just rips. It's fast, energetic, and emotional. You can see the influence of bands like Origami Angel and anything Jeff Rosenstock has touched, but it's by no means a copycat of those bands, but you can definitely see the influences. One of the members of Origami Angel produced or recorded it, if I recall, and it's easily becoming a go-to album for me this year. So here are these two tracks, check them out, and when you come back, I'll babble a little bit more about somebody else's picks.
Try, but I jumped out, so I'm under my backup plan. I'm not rich, but I'm not scraping by. I'm just scrolling towards that finish line with nickels and dimes, just doing the best I can. I only said it who knows how many times. I'm not your average guy. Oh wait, never mind, that's exactly what I am. I'm not quite down at the bottom, but I'm nowhere close to the top. I'm not the best, I'm not the worst, I'm not last, but I'm far from first, and I'll be just fine right here in the middle.
starting to feel like a really boring college radio show, and I'm not very good at it. But I'm gonna keep chugging along. You're gonna keep listening, I hope, because some of these picks are pretty solid. Like this one that comes from Miles. Miles picked Motion City Soundtrack's new single, Stop Talking, and wrote this about it. I have this on repeat because it takes me back to older Motion City Soundtrack, and it's like they found their soul and sound again. I have to agree with Miles here. This definitely feels like they rekindled their sound. It's a total heater. And I'm going to follow up with a band from Portland called Carrion Spring and their new single, Pocket Full of Posers. If you haven't checked them out before, I highly recommend them if you're looking for a great emo hardcore band. This song is everything I love about that genre, and it picks right off from the EP that came out at the end of last year. This track comes off the upcoming album, Those We've Lost and Continue to Lose, which is set to come out sometime this year. Until then, make sure you check out the EP from last year because it rips, and it has a Death Cab for Cutie cover song that you will not see coming.
I've hated everyone I've ever thought I'd ever been. Got lost in self-reflection, sure I often got it wrong. Well, lately I'm afraid the damage done has oddly made me self-aware and fucked up from this trip I've been on. And every time I talk, it's the talking that drives you mad. Every time I stop, it's the silence I can't withstand. My head's a bit of a ghostland. I just don't wanna be wrong again. I tend to circle and nosedive all the time. I used to sit around, dissect my thoughts until I drown out every single sentence I could never say out loud. One day I hope to make it up to everyone I punished, droning on and on about whatever again. Every time I talk, it's the talking that drives you mad. Every time I stop, it's the silence I can't withstand. I wanna get next to you, but I never know what to say or do with my eyes and my hands and my body. I just wanna get next to you. I've hated everyone I've ever thought I'd ever been. One day I hope to make it up to myself. Every time I talk, it's the talking that drives you mad. Every time I stop, it's the silence I can't withstand. My head's a bit of a ghostland. I just don't wanna be wrong again. I tend to circle and nosedive all the time. I wanna get next to you, but I never know what to say or do with my eyes and my hands and my body. I just wanna get next to you, but every time I talk, it's the talking that drives you mad. Every time I stop, it's the silence I can't withstand. My head's a bit of a ghostland. I just don't wanna be wrong again. I tend to circle and nosedive all the time. I've hated everyone I ever thought I'd ever been. One day I hope to make it up to myself. Exploitation.
Welcome back to the High Fives Punk Rock Podcast bonus episode, aka the WhatsApp group Mixtape Extravaganza. I'm going to guess if you followed this podcast for any amount of time, you've heard us reference Joel. Joel's been with us basically from the start and has been a regular contributor and even a sometimes guest. He's also had both Nate and myself on his now defunct podcast, the My Age podcast, which may or may not be making a comeback. I have no idea. But it's only fitting Joel would pick a track for this episode. I know he really wanted to record a quick segment. I didn't have time to make it work, but doing this now, I kind of wish I did. I did, however, get a good pick out of him. The band is The Dwarves, and the song is I Will Deny from their album The Dwarves Are Young and Good Looking. Or it might just be called Are Young and Good Looking. I never know what to do with albums when they have that sort of thing. Either way, here's what Joel wrote about it. So, as I write this, I'm sitting off Kuta Beach in Bali. Sorry if I mispronounce this. Canadians don't have access to Bali on the reg. It's 24 degrees at 7 a.m., 90% humidity, but my weather app says it feels more like 27. So you gotta set the tone. I don't know why it took me so long to get on the Dwarves train. And to be fair, some of it can be missed. But this album, 28 years old now, is aggressive pop punk perfection. Although I'm sure they would hate that term. Think lots of 50s American pop with massive guitars, unrelenting drums, and has a smattering of Spike from Me First and the Gimme Gimmes all through it on backing vocals. He's like MSG, he just elevates anything you throw him into. Yeah, thanks Joel. I've now had to go back and explore this band because they were always a band I thought I wouldn't like. I think it had something to do with the album covers and maybe the perceived attitude of the band in my head. Maybe it was even the scattering of tracks I've heard off comps. But when you sent me this track, I checked it out right away, and it rules. So I might be a convert now to the Dwarves. It's honestly something I never thought I'd say, and it's rare that you go back to an album 20-something years old, 28 years old, and say, oh man, I was wrong. I should check that out. Kudos to you, Joel. And while we're on the topic of Joel, he currently plays in a band called Padre, and they don't have a full length out, but they have 3 tracks, I believe. And I thought this might be one of the times I can play one of their tracks. So the track I chose from Padre is called Unflown Wings. So that's my pick for this one. Shout out Joel.
Everyone
we're just cruising now. I hope you're liking these songs. There's some great picks in here. We got a few more coming though, so stick around and keep listening. Thought we'd only have one Aussie contributor, hey? Yeah, no, we couldn't do this without Simon. Simon's one of the few people who has basically contributed a list for every episode, which is pretty freaking amazing. If he keeps it up, he will pass our former host at some point. I was getting kind of nervous because Simon is usually quick on the draw, but he got this in right at the deadline, and the band he went with is The Core, or The Corpse. I mean, who are we to say? And this is what he had to say about The Core. I keep going back to this album over and over in 2024. It's melodic punk rock perfection. It ticks all my boxes. I followed The Core ever since the High Fives pod put me onto them and couldn't be more stoked on the new album. Yeah, that's rad. We even got a shout out in the pod while picking a song for the pod. The song Simon went with was Thrown Away, and I couldn't agree more on this album being top-notch punk rock. Also, if you don't know the joke about The Core, in one of our early episodes, I refer to The Core as The Corpse because that's what I thought their band name was. It's pretty embarrassing, you know, not grasping the English language. But we have since confirmed it as The Core, and yeah, this album does rule. If you don't know them because they haven't hit your area, you should check it out. My next pick is a new band from the Boston area featuring members of Great Lakes USA, Save Ends, and No Trigger. All bands I really like. The band is called Massive Nightmares, and the song is called Back to the Beach. It's off their debut EP, which came out the first week of September. And if you're looking for a great pop-punk album with solid melodies, I suggest checking it out. And as summer ends, who doesn't want to hear a song about going back to the beach? Unless you're scared of sharks. You might be scared of sharks. I hear Massachusetts has great whites, and yeah, that might be kind of scary. Anyway, the band's not scary. The band rules. This EP rules. Check it out. if you've been in and around the Calgary music scene over the last 20 plus years, probably more. That might be aging me a little bit. Chances are you came across Alex. Alex has been going to shows for as long as I can remember, and he's been a huge contributor to music in this town, and he's an all-around nice guy. I still remember him coming to shows when we were putting them on, and he was always enthusiastic and is always excited to support our local scene. Honestly, I'd find it hard to find anyone that has a negative thing to say about him, which is kind of a rare thing when you're involved in a music scene for so long. But he's just an all-around great kid. Well, he's not a kid anymore. A great guy. He's also been in what has to be the longest-running ska band in town. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. And most of all, he's a regular contributor to our WhatsApp group. For this episode, he went with John Snodgrass's album, Barge at Will, and Alex had this to say. Barge at Will by Snodgrass and Buddies came out in March of this year. Recorded in the blasting room by Bill Stevenson, who also plays drums on the album. It also features Chris Cresswell, Chris Waller, J.R. Waswelski, if I said that right, from Less Than Jake, and Scott Reynolds from All. It's a solid album. It's got some Elvis Costello vibes on it. And my favorite track is Preteen Wolf. And that's the song we went with for John Snodgrass is great. If you ever get a chance to see him live, he's playing here a couple times. It's pretty rad. Go check him out. This album is also a great one. And as I mentioned, Alex plays in a local ska band called Class Action. And I do think they have a new album coming out sometime in the near future. I've seen tidbits of recording on Instagram and whatnot, so I think they're doing something. He would have to let you know. But until then, I figured I'd play something off their 2015 EP called Serious Business, and the song I went with was their album opener, Valkyrie. I think I said that right. I should know that from mythology and nerd culture. But check it out.
Been skiing in my jeans since I was a teen. Let me see a show of hands if you know what that means. Been skiing in my jeans since I was a teen. They cut them off, let my legs drop and wait out in the stream. And I've got summer plans, yeah. You'll find me by the sand.
Do you remember that Nate guy who used to come out and hang out on here? Yeah, we all miss him too. But Nate was nice enough to send me a track and a little write-up for this episode, and here's what he had to say. I only just discovered Royal Headache this year. Shout out to Team Straya. I'm going to assume Nate would have tried to do this in an Aussie accent. That would have been mildly good. But back to what he wrote. Nothing like discovering a band after they've broken up. But I fell fast and hard for this band and was in desperate need of more. Then Shogun dropped a new EP under the name Antenna in March of 2024, and it is exactly what you need if you're feeling depressed and undersatisfied at the end of Royal Headache. I hope this is just the beginning of many more songs and records to come. I'm not really sure what song Nate picked, but I really like the song Lost, so that's what we're going to play and hear. Just like when we did the podcast, I make the rules, Nate just has to follow along. and keeping with that bossy attitude, my next pick, we're going to head back to the Pacific Northwest to some extent, and I guess even maybe the Toronto area. The band is Closers, which is the debut self-titled album featuring members of War Baby, Invasives, and Dead Bob. If you're a fan of any of those bands, specifically War Baby, Closers is going to blow your mind. In my opinion, it is a more palatable and diverse offshoot of War Baby, and I really, really love War Baby. John's an amazing musician. Anything he's touched, I've really liked. From back in the day, local bands to War Baby and now Closers. This album came out a few weeks ago. I really dig it. The song I went with is one of the slower ones in the album, but it still hits the spot right away. It's called You Read My Mind. Again, off their self-titled debut album.
See, I was lost without you.
And on that note, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little mixtape and at least the music and not my rambling. There are a bunch of other members in the WhatsApp group that didn't submit songs, or if they did and I missed them, that's my bad. Our new host Justin didn't even pick a song, but he's going to be back to discuss the year 2001 in our next episode, so we can grill him about that then, or maybe find out what Van Halen song he's listening to this week. As always, thanks for listening to our little podcast, and thank you to the WhatsApp group. Thank you for being huge supporters of what we do and for all the interesting chats that go way beyond the podcast and music. Sometimes we talk about the most useless things. Sometimes people talk on there that have nothing to do with even the WhatsApp group. It's great. If you ever want to join, please reach out and we'll get you in that group. Remember, if you like our podcast, you can rate it on Spotify or Apple. And I just recently discovered that people can sometimes comment on there. I just responded to some of them that were a year or two older. I honestly had no clue that was happening, and I stumbled upon it the other day. So sorry for the delay. I guess I'm just a Luddite sometimes. Better than any review would be if you just told a friend that might like the podcast to give an episode a chance. Maybe not this episode, but one of the better episodes. That would go a long way, and that would mean a lot more to us. You can check us out on Instagram if you want. It's at High Fives Podcast. It's probably the easiest way to get in touch, and you get to see lists for each episode on there, and sometimes a video clip or two from the episodes if it all works out. But enough about that. All in all, I'm just really thankful to anyone who cares or wants to listen. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And I want to close out the episode with a cover track, because every good mixtape needs a cover song, right? And my final pick is just that. And it comes from a German disco punk duo called Manoa, and it's a cover of the classic SNFU track Painful Reminder. I've been wanting to use this on an episode for a while. I didn't know how I'd ever get it on here. This is a good reason, or a good chance to do it, so I'm doing it. I don't know a ton about the band, but I came across it online, and it's such an interesting version of the track, and I thought you guys might like it too. Stay cool, be excellent to each other, and thanks for listening.